Guys, a few things that I got to get into, and you don't want to miss out on the end of this video because I just recently pulled some new data that's coming out for midday today, and snow potential has been increasing for the coast. I'll go into more details on that, uh, and that's in regards towards the end of this week. Uh, let's get right into the first part of this video. What you have here is the GSF showing uh, a rain system moving in for your Tuesday. And you can see here on Wednesday morning, it's still down in the Carolinas, but it will be exiting on Wednesdays. Uh, it already moved out of West Virginia at that point, still in Virginia by Wednesday morning. Now, the rainfall amount for that system not horrible up here in the northern part. You see down here in the south, they're looking at a 1 to 3 inches of rain down through Georgia and part of South Carolina, but everything north of there looks to be less than a half inch of rain. Looks real scarce there in northern Virginia, probably just a trace. And this was from the National Weather Service. The next system, this is sort of what I want to talk about. The next system rolls through late Thursday into Friday, and what it is, a couple of the models had been kind of flirting with the idea of this moisture coming far enough north that it would be in snow, but this was the GSF from this morning, and you can see that most of the moisture stays down to the south. Very little any snowflakes would fall, but this is starting to change on the model, so we'll have to watch this. You don't want to miss the end of this video is what I'm saying. I added some stuff to this video right before I was getting ready to make it. But you see here on the Canadian has the low further up the coast, and you can see it was showing snow down in North Carolina and Virginia, and maybe even sneaking up into here in West Virginia. Now, this was the only model at the time really showing it this far. Now, you can see here on Friday morning as it works up the coast here on the Canadian model, some of those snow showers on this model would be showing it fairly heavy in North Carolina and Virginia. The same thing for the Canadian through the afternoon on Friday. Canadian model showing this late afternoon on Friday, still snowing. Now, see, the German Icon model was also showing maybe some snow on the northern end of this, but keep in mind, this was this morning's data. This has moved north on the midday data that just come out. Stay on this video and I'll show you. Now, this was from what the Canadian model was trying to say. It was trying to show significant snow in North Carolina and Virginia on the coast, and then maybe some light accumulations inward. But at the time, this was the only model showing that. Let's work on through this is Tuesday, a week from now, showing another rain system moving in. Now, this is for the 28th, showing another initial rain system moving in, maybe some wintry mix north of here. Now, back to what I was showing you for the end of this week. I showed you the German model a little bit ago. Now look at the midday model for the German. It's a lot further north with the low than what it was showing this morning. See this, how much further it is. Now it's kind of in agreement with the Canadian in regards to having some snow in Virginia, North Carolina especially. See, it's showing some pretty good snow showers there on the coast. Now, I haven't pulled the Canadian yet because it hasn't loaded yet. So I was kind of eager to see what it was going to say. As far as the GSF model, it trended north. This Icon model trended north. So be curious to see what the Canadian falls with up today, since it initially seen the system further north before these had. Um, if you're a snow lover, uh, you got to be just crossing your fingers right now, hoping that maybe this thing works further north before the end of this week on the models, and that we end up with the snow out of it. But if you're a spring lover, you're like, really? Let's get this stuff over with so we can go into spring. I noticed in my area, even here in West Virginia, the autumn olive trees have already started to leaf out, which is very unusual for this time of the year. Usually it's late February before that ever happens. And again, this is another slide of Friday morning on the Icon model. Stay tuned for updates. Keep it right here. I'll keep you updated here on YouTube and on Facebook. You guys have a good one.